About a month ago, a young creator asked me what keeps me going, likely expecting answers like better future, discipline, or chasing dreams. Reflecting on that question brought me clarity. I believe many creators carry deep down, but either struggle to articulate or are afraid to say out loud. After dropping my first video on the algorithm, a fellow creator commented that it conveys what many feel but struggle to express. And recently, another person said I should never quit. But should you really never quit as a small creator? And if not, what keeps you going? I'll answer that question as both myself and the voice of something larger, a silent egregore of creators or a collective entity of creators who keep showing up regardless of algorithms and digital borders. While many are born English speakers, foreign creators had to learn it so they could create. In and of itself, this is quite a few extra miles and an enormous investment. In 2025, globalization and decentralization are supposed to work in full force. Yet devices and platforms translate your dictation into the local language and push content locally. I'm recording this for the sake of recording it. You can go and do whatever the fuck you want. On the contrary, you already reward your brain and recognize English as the language of your soul. You use it 24/7, including not just work, but relationships and even buying groceries. So you might as well keep on creating. Gurus recommend being yourself, having confidence, or not caring of what others think. Actual creators know that none of this really matters or is that challenging. You can have zero confidence and still do well. People in the US can do Adderall, get instantly confident, and start over-emoting and over-gesturing. They tend to do great as platforms favor confidence over competence. The hardest part is liking yourself, or at least enough to not re-record, scrap the video, or abandon the channel down the line. Lately, I commented on a big creator offering the same be yourself and have confidence advice. The guy replied that they were recording that same video for the second or third time. Nevertheless, their message wasn't about how to not re-record, but how to be yourself and have confidence, which didn't seem to help them much. A factor keeping many small creators going is that we can finally look at our own images or footage and be satisfied, if not even inspired. The camera is merciless. It captures every stupid tingling of your face, like it does now. You ate more carbs or salt the night before, it shows it. You are out of shape, it makes it obvious, even if you decide to show only your face. Your room is a mess, it shows every detail of that mess. And if the sun in the background shifts, it shows that too. Conversely, the camera captures just as well when you transform each of these into a symbol speaking to your audience. When it's intentionally built, your main or aerial shot shows it all. Your soul, your culture, your passion. In my background there are Kabbalistic diagrams and a studio display. Usually, I rock Carhartt whip and my own brand more recently, 11 beams. Those who know. Those who don't are confused by the combination and the fact that I don't smile or say hey guys. Aero was a nightmare for years. I hated re-recording because every time I watched it back, I think, damn, I look like shit. And the same applied to color grading and sound. After 10 years of creating, 4 of which some spent battling severe agoraphobia because of hustling hard, we finally have these pieces dialed in. We set up everything and get it done like champs. If you resonate, you see beyond notions like follow your passion and chase your dreams. You have many passions and dreams, yet the price you paid for this one is far too high to quit. You have no illusions about the current algorithms or platforms rewarding your work. You likely expect them to only get worse, favoring superficiality. After 6 months of consistent uploads, you also know exactly what consistency brings when you are not based in places like the UK, US or Canada, especially to polymaths and cross-referential critical thinkers. You are also free of delusions about niches when you speak only about something mainstream like fitness and health or tech versus existential themes and esotericism. It's all the same. The algorithm picks up a random video from 3 years ago, demands you to remake it with clickbait titles, mouse, bad sound, and perhaps hey guys, as that's what is perceived as quote-unquote raw authenticity or engaging content. It wants to keep you stuck, yet you moved on, you evolved, you became something or someone else. It's an illusion beyond which many won't ever see because they simply won't do the work. And this is where gurus make their critical point. The reality is that most people simply won't stick to a consistent schedule, ever. For 6 months, 3 months, or a year. They simply won't. This is the reality. But you're not like them. You did Guadal's 10,000 hours quite a few times and spent quite a few bucks because making videos is not free. Sorry, it's not free. So you might as well do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. You also finally got your multicam aero setup and have all those ideas, angels and demons, really want you to share with the world. Almost like speaking directly to Anima Mundi. Can you really abandon all that? You can't. Partially because of how far you've come and partially because your investment feels unreal. Besides ongoing spendings, video production costed you a lot of your 20s, if not all of your 20s and half of your 30s. And while it hasn't brought you what gurus promise, it has fostered a transformation that probably nothing else would have. It just so happens that the current platforms punish and walk away such transformation and depth. If that rings any bells, you likely no longer obey algorithms, let alone gurus, but also refuse to waste what you've built. It was a challenge and investment without equal. You reflect and realize that compared to it, quitting drugs and booze is a joke, getting in shape a piece of cake, and breaking free from toxic relationships and dynamics another joke. Yet, you stay optimistic. The fortune card is perpetual change and expansion beyond current limitations. The wheel of fortune turns, so do the tables of life. Nokia was replaced by the BlackBerry, which perished with the announcement of the iPhone. MRC and ICQ gave way to MySpace. So who knows, better alternatives might be just around the corner, which reminds me of Substack, where I aim to post at least one note daily, and started a publication called 11 Beams. Feel free to subscribe. By creating, you're building yourself not for YouTube or Instagram. You cultivate the evergreen skills of storytelling, nuanced writing, and videography. And when the wheel of fortune turns, you'll be sharper than ever. As we know from Viktor Frankl, the ultimate goal is finding meaning. Algorithms can walk-awise you, bringing suffering. Gurus can rub discipline and hustle slogans in your face, bringing noise and interference. Yet from the first to your last upload, your transformation is undeniable. Meaning is available, so you hold on to it, walking your path. Just like Frankl did, coming on top despite the Nazis. Thank you for your time.